tuning in. This is Stephanie with Chubby Girl in the World, and today is going to be Chatty Get Ready with me. We have so much stuff to do today. I got a lot of comments on my Instagram about the kind of Christmassy eye looks I've been doing and how people wanted to, they wanted to see a Get Ready with me or tutorial. I'm not a makeup artist, so tutorial is kind of like a strong word for this, but this is more like a demonstration. So I'm going to show you the things that you would need. So I'm going to use something to set my eye primer, and I'm going to use my Naked palette, and I'm going to use Virgin to set my eye primer. And even though Virgin is way lighter than my actual skin tone, I do find that it makes a great setting, eyeshadow. Oh my god, I can't talk today. I've had coffee, maybe I just hadn't had enough coffee. But it makes a great setting eyeshadow, especially I find that when I'm going to do really kind of bold looks, like today I'm going to do a sultry smoky red eye, and I just find that when oh, you know what, hold on, let me do my auto exposure lock. There we go. Now that the AE lock is on, sorry if it was kind of going in and out of focus there for a second, but now that I'm able to as I put down the kind of white base for it, it just really does make the bolder colors easier to blend out. And especially when you're trying to do like a sultry smoky eye like we're gonna do today, I like to usually do a lighter base than I normally would, just because it makes those really bold colors pop. And you'll see that I have lots of hyperpigmentation around here and here, and I kind of don't like it. I don't like it, Sam. I am. And also I have what you would call mature eyelids, meaning there's some wrinkles and some other, some stuff that I don't like. I don't like it. And it's funny because I notice things about myself that I would never notice about other people. Like, I really don't like the creases in my eyelids and down here, or my smile lines and the expression lines I have here. I'm actually really hoping that this thing I got in BoxyLuxe, it's called Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream. It's an anti-wrinkle day cream. I've been using this for about a week and a half, and I'm just sort of waiting to see if it does have any effect. It's really moisturizing and it feels nice, and I do feel like it kind of plumps up the skin, but I'll have to get back to you on the review. And it's vegan, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to be using the Give Me Glow Cosmetics Christmas Day palette. This is limited edition, so I'm guessing that most people don't have this. So what you'd want is, for today's look, you're going to want either a cool toned gray. Well, I guess all grays are cool toned. You're going to want a cool toned gray, and you are also going to need a red, your reddest matte, and a red shimmer. You also will probably want, I'm going to use the gray to smoke out the crease, and I'll show you how to do that. And you might want if you don't have a gray, like a cool tone light brown or a cool tone mauve might work as well. So I always do my eyes before I do anything else, just because I make a mess. I just totally make a mess. I can't find my tape anywhere today, but normally I tape off my eyes at an angle this way so that I don't blow out too far. So today we're just gonna, what you need is a matte red, a red shimmer, and something to deepen up the outer corners. That's what we're gonna do today. All right, so I'm going to go into the shade Chimney. So that's this one right here. And with these colors, this formula, you really just need barely, see how I barely tapped it and that color payoff is there? Yeah. And this is what I mean about when you have more mature eyelids. When you're trying to do crease work, sometimes it can be annoying because, see, I just blew out too far. Sometimes it can be annoying because it kind of skips, and it's not the shadow's fault, it's that I have creasy eyelids. So anybody out there who knows of a good anti-wrinkle thing that's worked on your creases, you let me know, and I will be very excited and happy about it. So that is the tea about my eyelids. And again, we're just gonna tap into there and go, we're gonna deepen up this crease. And this is, I went on a little bit lighter on this side because I learned my lesson from the eye right next to me. We're gonna have to clean that up after. But what I wanted was, I wanted a sultry look. So I really just want a smoky-eyed, sultry look, because we're gonna film some other videos today. I do have to go grocery shopping because my friend Lindsay and her husband are coming over on Sunday for brunch. I'm really excited about that. I picked up their Christmas gifts yesterday and I did like such a good job. But y'all, oh my god, shopping on like December 21st, I hate it when I get shadow right here. Shopping on December 21st is ridiculous. Like, I just didn't have time to do it before yesterday, and I got stuck in so much traffic, and I was just sitting in traffic and I was like, I regret all my life choices. I regret all my life choices up to this point. And it was not fun. I gotta say, it was not fun. When I was in the car, it wasn't so bad because I could just listen to Christmas music, and so I'm just trying to clean up the mess I've made over here. Oh gosh, stop saying Stephanie. I'm gonna make myself take a shot every time I say So when I was in the car, I was listening to Christmas music and it wasn't that bad. But I was in line, getting a Christmas present for my husband, and their registers, as soon as I found the perfect gift, their registers went down. And it was gonna take 10 minutes in order to reboot their system. And I was just, I almost lost it because I couldn't find parking. If you're from Portland, then you know, like, Portland parking is just ridiculous and there's like no reason for it, and you hate trying to park. I'm gonna use the brush that came with my Naked Heat palette. It's a double-ended brush, and I'm gonna use the it looks like a blending brush, but I use it more as a packing brush. I'm gonna go into the shade Cozy Fire, this red here, and I'm gonna put that all over the lid. If you are from Portland or any major big city, you know that, and I'm gonna try not to blend the red into the gray, because if you do that, it will muddy. And that's not the shadow's fault, it's just that if you blend a red into a gray, you're going to get a brownish color, because that's what happens when you do that. It doesn't matter what shadow you use. It could be Pat McGrath shadows or anything like that. Gray and red aren't going to blend into lavender. You know, that's not going to happen. So it's going to look more like a cut crease, but that's what we want. We want drama. We want drama on our eyes today. That's what I want. So I'm in line and the registers go down and they're like, it's gonna take another 10 minutes for them to get back up. So there's nothing I can do. I'm just sitting there waiting. And of course, another register opens and the man says, if you're paying by credit card, you can pay over here. And great. So you would think that the normal, rational, people would move over in the order in line that they were. No, the lady behind me jumps in front of me and jumps in line in front of me, and we're in, I can't say this too loud because my husband's in the other room. I'm in a game store, and it's a really this is a game store for gamer people, right? Like people who love board games in Portland. And so I make the joke, it's a D&D joke, and if you get this, you can so be friends with my husband. I was like, what are you, chaotic evil? And everybody in line laughs. And she didn't get it because she was obviously there for her kid or something. And she was like, excuse me? And I was like, you jumped the line in front of me. And then she tries to tell me that, she's like, well, there was somebody in front of you anyway, so there would have been someone in front of you no matter what. And I was like, yeah, but not you. So it just irritated me so much. My sense of fairness and justice was aggravated. But I mean, it's Christmas time, so I just like let it go, and I didn't really... I'm packing on this color just because I have such hyperpigmentation, and my lids are creasy, so it takes me maybe a couple of layers to get the effect that I want. If you have like 21-year-old eyelids, this shadow is so nice that it's literally just a one swipe color payoff, and it's, you know, you don't have to do anything. So, oh gosh, I really blew this out too far. So anyway, I get in line and I come back, and thank goodness that my parking meter didn't run out before all of that was resolved, because I would have been so sad if I would have gotten a ticket. I'm going to take Chimney again, and I'm going to go and just kind of deepen up the outer corner right here, even though I just cleaned this up on the other side, which doesn't make any sense because I'm going to go do it again, because, you know, but the placement wasn't right. I didn't like where the placement was. Okay, so now the piece de resistance. For these specific shadows, I always wet my brush and then go in. I know some people don't do that because they're afraid of getting hard pan. Here's the thing. If you get hard pan, the only thing you have to do is go grab some Scotch tape, put the Scotch tape on top of where the hard pan is, and then peel it off, and then you have fresh product again. Some people don't like that because they think it's wasting product. The truth is, no matter what size eyeshadow pan you have, it's about 2 years worth of shadow in that pan for that specific color. You're not going to miss that. These shadows don't really get hard pan when I wet my brush and then go in. Maybe like a tiny bit, but these shadows are hand pressed, and especially the pigments get so foiled when you do that. You don't need, here I'll show you, you don't need to wet your brush. So I'm not going to wet my brush with so this is the Give Me Glow Cosmetics formula for shimmer. So this is without me wetting my brush, and you see how it looks beautiful and shimmery and foiled. Like, it looks that way. My camera's not great, but in real life, just trust me, this does not disappoint. It looks like a shimmer shadow. But here's the thing. If I wet my brush and then, sorry guys, my voice is cracking. If I wet my brush and then go back in, do you see how absolutely gorgeous and poppin' that is? And to me, that's worth a little hard pan. And I don't really get hard pan. With the Give Me Glow Cosmetics shimmers, they are a little bit more crumbly, and for some reason the green duochrome in this palette is a little bit more crumbly than everything else. I don't know why. I don't know if that's just the nature of all duochromes, because this is honestly the first duochrome I've ever owned. So I don't know. I don't know if all of them are like that or just this specific one is like that. But I just love the way that these perform. And when you put these on your eyes, this specific formula, it stays all day. And when I went to work on Thursday, which was the last day everybody was there, all of our doctors left for vacation on Friday. And so it was the last day everybody was together, and I felt really bad because one of the ladies that I work with, she went home sick, and I felt really bad. Because that was the last day everybody was together, and we did our Secret Santa, and of course we left her stuff for her for Friday when she came in, and she was happy about it. But this, I wore a green and red eye look, so I did kind of green on this half of the lid and then red on the outer corners, and people I got so many compliments that day, and I was so excited. See what I mean? I just blow out way too far. So, and that look just really, it made me happy, but it also lasted like 12 hours. I didn't have to do pretty much anything that whole day. So going to try and blend out this mess over here. I don't know what I've done here. So I have, oh my gosh, this video should be called Stephanie Failing at Blending. That's what it should be called. So, and it does look different when you've softened up your crease lines and when you've softened up, when you put on mascara. I don't tend to wear not foundation. I do wear foundation. I don't tend to wear falsies in my everyday life, so I usually don't wear them on camera. It's very rare. If I'm going to an event or I'm going to go do a thing, if I'm going to go do a thing, then I'll wear the things. But if I'm not going to go do a thing, then I don't wear the things. I want to try Lily lashes though. I hear that those are better than all of the other lashes, and I'm trying to get my eyes even. Do you ever have this problem where like this eye is not even, like this one I feel like is blended out nicely, except for this part right here. Oh my god, am I relatable now? Am I like so relatable? So, okay, good. Now that's got the line I want. So, do you ever have this problem where it's like this one just won't get the line that you want? And you're like, what is going on here? Oh my god. I bet you that no beauty gurus will do that on camera. Or at least let you see it. But, and I just got the shadow off of my eye and then I put it back. What is wrong? Like I said, the Give Me Glow Cosmetics is a really, really nice formula to work with. So I haven't done my eyebrows yet. I've moisturized. I put my anti-wrinkle cream, and I have a moisturizer. And sunscreen. That was the word I was trying to think of in my words, Stephanie, words. So this is Aveeno Absolutely Ageless Daily Moisturizer with broad spectrum SPF 30, and it is, as far as I can tell, it is vegan, and it does not contain any titanium dioxide. For some reason, my skin has started reacting badly to titanium dioxide. It never did before, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. I'm just gonna blame everything on me getting older. So, I am going to use the Wet n Wild foundation in Buff Bisque. This is cruelty-free and vegan, if you didn't know. Also, $5.99. Yeah, no, like not $15.99, not $10.99, but $5.99. And in Oregon, we don't pay sales tax, so it really is just $5.99. And I love this stuff. I'm almost out of this color, and I have golden beige left, which is just a tiny bit too dark for me, but I'm hoping that by the time I need it, because I literally don't have to use that much. Like, it looks like a lot, but I took a, like maybe 3 or 4 and like swiped it out everywhere because that seems to work better for me. And it is, I won't say that it's the best foundation I've ever used, but for every day, a lot of people say it breaks up on them and they only use it for filming, but it doesn't do that for me. It really does stay. It does break up probably the fastest around my nose because that's where most foundations will start to break up, but it hasn't really, when I set it with the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder, like I'm going to in a minute, it really does stay. And but I'm also not one of those people who want the like mask of foundation. I don't want like full coverage. I want my skin to be able to shine through because I don't think my skin's that bad. I think it's pretty okay. And I don't really have tons of stuff to cover up. I just don't like, the weird redness of my cheeks that is natural. The natural redness of my cheeks, the hyperpigmentation just doesn't sit well with me the way that is, but I do like a little bit of that rosiness to shine through, and I do wear blush. So I guess I just don't like where it is. and so I put a little bit extra on my nose. And I just don't like where the redness is because I'm gonna put on like a really blushy red, like a blush red blush today because it's my winter blush and I really like it, and I just like the way it looks. But I have noticed that yes, this foundation will break up when I'm maybe a little bit more active during the day. During work, because I have a desk job, it doesn't really tend to break up that much. And I am trying to use up my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser because this also has broad spectrum SPF 18 in it and super concentrated goji berry and collagen, and my color is 130 buff beige. But I'm not going to repurchase because it's not vegan and not cruelty free. And I bought this when Tati was talking about it, and it was like during the time where I just didn't think about makeup being vegan. Like, it just didn't occur to me that there would be animal products in makeup. I just didn't, it wasn't a thing that came into my brain. It's kind of like when non-vegans they think that anything that doesn't have meat in it is vegan, which, you know, I mean, I can understand how you would think that. And you're like, well, this doesn't have meat in it. What are you talking about? It's like, well, yeah, but it's got cheese and I don't eat animal products. And it's kind of funny how some people don't realize that cheese is an animal product, or butter or anything like that. So, but I just didn't, I love watching Tati and I love watching her like WTF videos, and she is kind of dramatic, but she's not so over the top dramatic that I can't watch her. There are some videos where I'm just like, oh, come on, you're so dramatic. Don't do that. But the people who I really like the most to watch is, especially do tutorials, is Lauren May Beauty. Her 123 series is fantastic, where she takes she takes the palette or she takes the makeup and she does the first thing is her first impressions, and then she does oh gosh, I can't remember what the second thing is, but the third thing is like a tutorial or a look or a demonstration. She might do 2 or 3 looks, and I really appreciate just her style, and she does things and puts things together in ways that I never would have thought of. And I'm gonna, to put my setting, I'm gonna take the Real Techniques buffing brush, and I know that's not what it's for, but that's what we're gonna do today. And if I'm doing things out of sequence that you do, this is just what works for me. And if you do things differently and it works for you, then I'm super happy for you, and do that. If I'm doing something wrong, well, let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. So, especially if you can do, I know there's so many people who can do better eye makeup than I can, so just let me know. But Lauren May Beauty does such good tutorials and such good work. She is a working makeup artist, so for tutorials and for that kind of content, you definitely want to check out her channel. I'll link it down below, and I'll link one of her 123 series, because she does work with, I appreciate that she does tutorials with, you know, like more affordable products a lot of times too. Like, she'll use Wet n Wild, and I like the Wet n Wild new 10 pans. So I'm gonna take my Eco Tools full blush, and I'm gonna go into this color right here. I don't think it has a name. It's in the NYX Boheme Chic palette. I think you can still get this, but honestly, you guys, okay, I put too much blush on here while I was talking to y'all. That is too much blush. Going to use my color switch a little. But honestly, I wouldn't recommend purchasing the NYX Boheme Chic palette, because the only thing that I like in this palette is the blushes. The eye colors just sort of blend away. I got it on sale at Nordstrom's Rack for, I don't know, maybe $12, and I'll show you. So the top part is a bunch of neutrals, and these literally just blow away in the wind. I'll show you. Sorry, I'm not meaning to like flip you off. But see these like really pretty cool tone. This is a lavender. It doesn't show up on camera that way, but it's a pretty lavender. And look. Okay, it didn't work that time, but like if you do the wipe test, like almost nothing. So those, I don't have the patience to work with those. And then these are like the, supposedly the nicer shades. They're patchy and they are powdery, and I don't have patience for these. So if you use a primer, like, okay, they're swatching a lot better than they work on the eye. But I just like the blushes better than anything else. That coral blush I use every season except winter. Winter I use the other, this blush here, the rosier blush. I really like it. I appreciate it. And I think today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Sin as a highlighter. So from my Naked palette, I've been trying to use up more eyeshadows as highlighters, and especially Sin. I really like the way Sin shows up on my cheekbones as a highlighter. I'm not a huge fan of it as an eyeshadow, believe it or not, because it doesn't show up on me. It's too light to show up on my eyes, but it shows up on, I like it for a highlighter because it's just pinky enough to show up on my skin without looking crazy. Like some pink highlighters just look crazy on me and I don't like it. So I'm not gonna do a bronzer today because I just kind of want to keep that winter. Use the e.l.f. Brow Uplift Pencil in Taupe. And you do have to be really careful with this product because if you scrunch it up too much, like say you're doing Project Pan and you're like gonna take measurements or whatever, you do have to be careful because it does, like, the spring just pops it out. I was able to put it back in, and luckily it landed right on my table, so it didn't land on like the floor or anything. But it was very, very hard to not get it. It was hard. It wasn't hard to put it back in, but it was not the easiest thing in the world to put back in. I'll put it that way. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but you know how it goes. So I am not the most proficient brow person. I tend to gravitate more towards a natural sort of boy brow look, because if I try to do Instagram blocky brows, I just end up looking angry and my eyebrows are not even. So this eyebrow is way more hairy. I don't know, what would you say? Like, it's way more, there are more hair follicles, I guess, on this side of my face than on the other, and I don't really love the way that it looks when I try to do blocky brows. Like, even right now, they're just not coming out even, and I don't like them looking completely uneven. So I know most people say brows are sisters, not twins, but I would like, right now I feel like my brows look like they're acquaintances and not family members. Like, I would just like them to be in the same genetic tree. That's what I would like. But it doesn't always look that way on camera, and believe me, sometimes it does not look that way in real life either. So if you have brow wisdom that you would like to share, please share it in the comments down below, and I will take any and all help with my eyebrows, because yeah. I also got this product in a Boxy Charm Luxe. It was the Grande Mascara Lash Boosting Formula, and I really like it. I was very sad to see that to repurchase this it would be $25, because that's a lot of dollars for mascara, especially because it goes bad so fast. So I think what I'm gonna do from now on is only buy mini mascaras, like if I'm gonna buy the nicer mascaras, because I'm not gonna go through a full-size mascara in 3 months. I'm just not going to, but I'm also not gonna risk an eye infection. I know some people keep them for longer, but it's honestly not worth it. It's not worth $25 to get an eye infection, because if you think about it, you're gonna spend at least $25 copay at your doctor to go get whatever medication it is you're gonna have to get for an eye infection. And I do like that this is really buildable though, and I don't think it's worth it, because you're gonna have to, then you have to pay for the medication, and then you're probably not gonna be able to wear any eye makeup for at least a week, and that's not fun, because the whole point of makeup is to be fun, is for you to have fun. So don't risk it, you guys. Don't risk eye infections because you're like, no, I don't want to throw away my $25 mascara. Just buy minis. Just go buy minis for like $12, $14 or whatever, and or buy drugstore. It's not that serious. Like, what does James Charles say? It's not that deep. So yeah, mascara is not that deep. But I honestly think that you can just go ahead and purchase minis, get like gift sets, or if you can get like the Sephora gift sets on sale that have like mascara and a mini like lip product. I've just decided, because I'm never gonna finish full-size lip products. I'm just not going to. I'm not that person. I've just noticed that I have had to kind of pay attention to the way I use lip products, and when I wear a liquid lipstick, like a matte liquid lipstick, I apply in the morning, and then once it wears off, I don't reapply it. I just don't. I'll put like a gloss on, or I'll just put like a balm on, but I won't reapply the lipstick. And I need, like, some of my liquid lipsticks are gonna go bad if I don't use them up, and so I have this really red one that I have it in my bag, and I'm trying to have it in my makeup bag that I have with me in my purse every day, and I'm trying to make sure that I use it, like reapply it. But reapplying matte liquid lipstick is kind of hard without taking everything off, and that's a pain too. So I don't know what you guys into my lips before I do my lip product. For liner, I am doing the Stila Stay All Day lip liner in Pink Moscato, because I am going to use liquid matte lipstick Marvelous by e.l.f. So both of these products are vegan as far as I know. So I know the e.l.f. is, and I'm pretty sure Stila is too. And it's funny because you can be vegan and not cruelty free. So, which is weird, but cruelty free. So here's the difference. Cruelty free means that the product is not tested on animals, and none of the ingredients that go into the product are tested on animals. Vegan means the product itself does not contain any animal products. So you could be a vegan company, but if you sold in China where they're required to test on animals, you would not be cruelty free. So my gold standard is an all vegan cosmetics company that is also cruelty free. So meaning they don't sell in China. So, which Give Me Glow Cosmetics is one, and they have some really pretty liquid lipsticks. They have some minis, a set of minis for I think it's like $18 or $21, and I am going to definitely give them a try after the holidays. They do tend to sell out of things because I think they have smaller batches because they're a smaller company. So I'm going to stop talking now while I put this on. And thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to check out the video about last minute gifts. That was probably the video before this. I'm filming out of sequence. So if you see this look in that video, that's why I filmed this before that, even though you're seeing this the day after. Time travel via YouTube. Thanks so much, ladies, for hanging out with me. Ladies and gents, of course, for hanging out with me. Please don't forget before you go to hit that subscribe button if you're so inclined, and smash the like button in the words of Sophia Nygaard. And I hope that your day goes amazingly well. I hope you have the most happy of holidays, and don't get into any fights with your family. Remember, it's Christmas. Bye!